some crocodile on the barbie.
Oh, someone put some crocodile on the barbie. Just leave her.
What groups are left to like oppress and make fun of? You know? Who can we do? Italians?
No, Americans.
Italians are historically the most oppressed race.
No, the most oppressive race. Technically the Mongols are.
The most oppressive?
Yes. Nobody's oppressed more people than the Mongols.
What about the Cooper Troopers?
Well, it depends. It depends if what were just rampage and slaughter is oppressing as compared to, like, you know...
Or compared to Bowser?
No, like compared to...
Yahoo! Whatever, dude.
What do you mean, whatever, dude?
Huh?
You're too afraid to release your video.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, like, you don't talk to me.
It's just 6 minutes of me going, Yahoo!
What's the worst that can happen? The Nintendo fans, what are they going to do? They're Nintendo fans.
They might.
It's like you're not making a video on why Blackpink is an awful group. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Who's Blackpink?
K-pop.
Oh.
You're not going after K-pop like stands, so you're fine. Nobody's going to do anything. They're Nintendo fans.
Bro, don't get much crazier than Nintendo.
No,
fans.
K-pop stands are more significantly a danger to you.
Okay, how about I make a K-pop video and upload it at the exact same time as the Americans?
Yes,
they'll counter each other.
Yeah, they'll fight each other. Go K-pop stands, fight on my behalf. Defend me.
I've got to gather, like...
I do actually like Blackpink, by the way.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, I've listened to more K-pop than everyone here, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I like...
Definitely.
To be honest, my favorite group is Girls' Generation, personally.
I like who those fellas that just got a Lego set.
BTS?
Yeah.
Oh, no, can't. Oh, no, can't.
VHS.
Can't say that. I don't want to get doxxed. Love BTS.
I used to like that.
I just like Girls' Generation. No, that's not K-pop, bro.
That's
J-pop.
Idiot.
That's Kiwari. Her song is...
I don't know, man. I haven't listened to it since I was
That song's
19.
in John Wick 3.
Was it?
No, it's Ninjari Bang Bang by her is in John Wick 3.
I think that's why I was reminded of it watching John Wick 3
because they go to the noodle bar to the assassin.
I haven't heard music this in a while.
No, that song is amazing. Ninjari Bang Bang is one of her best songs.
I don't even know what I'm talking about when it comes to that stuff. So
I do, and it is bad.
No, you like Pink Floyd? You ain't got a leg to stand on. Shut the up.
But what's that song that started playing in the car today?
What one?
The one like you instantly just turn the volume off.
Oh yeah, that's just a song. I liked every song from the album, even though I haven't listened to the full album. So I wouldn't have liked that song if I knew it sounded like that.
Yeah.
Hey, my music taste is diverse and especially cringe.
Newsflash, dumbass, everyone's music taste is diverse.
No, not true.
100% true.
Where's your wash and hard bass and your techno?
Well, exactly.
Hard techno?
Where's your
exactly?
Where's your melodic synth?
Sorry, I've played Hotline Miami.
Guatemalan soothe bop.
I do have that.
You're such an ass. You're actually the biggest ass.
So what do you have, like a rule where you can't listen to anyone who's over like a certain amount of listeners?
No.
They got more than 10,000 like that. Then
okay, no. There's I listen to a lot of artists who are like non-existent. Like,
so
no viewers. But I don't go out my way to find them. It's
yes,
just I happen to just come across. Yakui the Maid would be the one
to come across them when you're looking for them.
No, I would just be on Spotify and it's just like, oh, recommended for you, and it's like, okay, and it's just like some guitar. But I don't have any criteria of music. It's like, if I like it, and I listen to it.
Yeah, same.
Whoops.
That was a little explosion, man. Remember that one? Explosion Woman, the sequel?
Uh-huh.
What are we talking about?
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 3, 2, 1 Let's go. I'm not the host, Jamie. The host is Alex.
Hi.
And James is here as well.
Yeah. Do you remember back when we used to intro?
Who the fuck is knocking on our door at this time? The fuck are you doing? Is it takeaway? Where the fuck's my pizza, bitch?
Probably the police again. James gets a little bit antsy around the fuzz, so problems.
Why was it the police?
Huh?
They're trying to find this man.
Or is it a boy?
A boy?
Or a man?
No, they would need to find a boy. It's a boy.
What?
A boy.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Can you actually intro this
what I
so
was saying.
seriously for once?
So seriously, okay.
I did there.
No, you didn't.
Let's do it like we're introducing a Lex Friedman podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another Jar Media show. Today we're gonna gather a few people and we're gonna collect with love and appreciation. May I introduce to you the smartest thought leader of our generation. These guys. Let's go?
Let's go.
Yeah. Do you ever wish you could kind of podcast like that? Like these people, these biggest podcasters, right? Like your Joe Rogans, your Sam Harris's, your Lex Friedmans. They're all just like, listen up. And then they just go on and on.
Yeah.
Without, like some people, Bill Burr does that. His podcast is just him by himself.
Yeah, I think it is a talent.
Yeah.
But I also think like if you showed someone exactly that, someone from like 50 years ago, in that time, it's like, look, just watch this thing of like one guy just talking for like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, this dude's crazy.
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
they'd be like, this is just what I do in the mirror every evening anyway.
Yeah.
Go make your own entertainment.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that anymore because we have AIs to do it for us.
Yeah, and people to talk so we don't ever have to think.
Well, I suppose, seeing as it came up, we might as well do a housekeeping segment where we round off some of the conversations from the previous episode. And notably, we kind of didn't do it last episode just because I was blasted. I hadn't done any other prep. I figured let's just do a crazy little improv one like the old days. There were a couple of bits of feedback about that, which I'll get to in a moment, but most of the comments were actually in regard to ChatGPT and AI and all this kind of stuff, and we kind of gave our perspective, so I'd like to hear what some of the jarlings think, like Jampu returns. What scares me the most about ChatGPT is its accuracy. I asked it to tell me about the Posdact, and this is its insightful response. The Jar Media Posdact is a weekly podcast hosted by Alex, James, Jamie, and Jim, who are 4 friends from the UK. The podcast started in 2015 and has since gained a loyal following of listeners who tune in for the host's hilarious banter, quirky sense of humour, and entertaining discussions on a wide range of topics. The show is known for its unique format, which includes regular segments such as Meme of the Week, Jingles Shingles, and Jar Confessions. The hosts often share personal anecdotes, give their opinions on pop culture, and respond to listener questions and comments. I'm glad to acknowledge my favourite section of the show, Jingles Shingles. But who is the mystery 4th Jar host?
It's not accurate because all it's doing is just taking... That's probably an excerpt taken directly from the Jar wiki. So in which case it's not an accurate thing because it's just copying the information that's already there. So
What's Jingles Shingles? Have we done
Shingles?
Yes, we have done that.
No, what is it then?
that? Yeah, what is it, James?
You have no clue, man.
The AI just gaslit you.
Do you not remember our episodes we did when Alex was away?
We did Jingle Shingles, did we?
Yes. The Jar fans will back me up. You can't remember because they're some of the greatest episodes, but we did have an episode before that.
Nah, man.
Okay.
So it's convenient. It happens to be on one of the ones I wouldn't remember because I wasn't there.
You were away.
What was it?
It was just Jingle Shingles.
Yeah, it was just a name for us talking about shit, It's the two J's talking about the jingles.
Was it what the meme of the week thing? It wasn't. What was it?
Meme
actually
chat.
called? Meme chat.
Meme
That
chat.
was it. That's
yeah,
right.
because it was
that
a
Keem-
stolen name. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. It was
Hi,
a Keemstar joke.
my name's Keem.
Baby Keem.
And on a similar kind of line, Cuthbert Plays Clash of Clans says, I asked ChatGPT to provide answers to recent jar discussions to finally put them to an end. Number 1. Are British people islanders? Yes. British people are islanders because the United Kingdom is an island nation located on the British Isles. The British Isles are a group of islands located off the northwest coast of continental Europe and are comprised of Great Britain, Ireland, and numerous smaller islands. Great Britain is the largest island in the group and is the home to England, Scotland, and Wales, while Ireland is divided into the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Therefore, people from these countries are often referred to as islanders due to their geographic location. Number 2. If a dog was given human hands, what's the first thing it would do? It's difficult to say for certain what a dog would do if it suddenly had human hands, as dogs do not have the same cognitive abilities or thought processes as humans. However, it's possible that the dog may use its new hands to explore its surroundings in a different way, such as picking up and examining objects or digging more efficiently. The dog may also attempt to interact with its owner in new ways, such as shaking hands or giving high fives. Ultimately, it's impossible to know for sure what a dog would do with human hands, as it's a purely hypothetical scenario that is unlikely to occur in reality, where they just suck all the fun out of it.
Yeah, nice one, chat.
Oh, you guys might appreciate this one. Does Alex from the Media Posdact have a bias for picking questions related to him? It's difficult to say whether Alex Elmsley, one of the hosts of the JARCast, a podcast formerly produced by Jar Media, has a bias for picking questions related to him, as I do not have access to his thought process or decision-making criteria. However, it's common for individuals to have a natural inclination towards topics that interest or relate to them, and as a content creator, Alex may naturally gravitate towards comments and questions that he finds engaging or relevant to his experiences. That being said, I cannot say for certain whether Alex exhibits a bias towards selecting questions related to himself, as I do not have any direct knowledge of his specific behavior or motivations. It is possible that he selects comments and questions based on a variety of factors such as the overall relevance or entertainment value of the content, and that any perceived bias towards selecting questions related to himself is simply coincidental or based on other factors. Thank you.
No, you've been completely exposed.
Yeah,
You've
the
been
first half of that was
completely
pure
exposed.
exposure.
Actually, it gave you both sides, and then your,
No, well, I
your
don't wanna
bias
listen to the other
is
side.
kicking in now.
No.
No, you were
because
completely
your bias kicked in at the end there.
Yeah.
You're like, thanks, ChatGPT, you've proved me correct.
There's two people
Okay,
here
so we
who
have
think
both.
you've been exposed.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, and I'll do one more from this list. Shall I either do what would happen if kicking people in the balls wasn't a taboo fighting technique and would world peace be achieved, or are Alex from the Jar Media podcast face filter YouTube thumbnails going too far?
Ball kicking.
James?
Ball kicking
Want a
or
bit of
world
nut
peace?
kicking?
Balls.
Okay. So what would happen if kicking people in the balls wasn't a taboo fighting technique and would world peace be achieved? It is highly unlikely that the world would achieve peace if kicking people in the balls was an accepted fighting technique. Violence, even in the context of sport or competition, is generally not a productive or sustainable way to achieve peace. In fact, promoting violence as a means of conflict resolution is likely to lead to further violence and aggression, rather than peaceful resolutions or conflicts. Additionally, violence against individuals, including kicking them in the balls, is a violation of human rights and is generally regarded as unethical and unacceptable behavior. If such behavior were accepted and normalized, it would lead to a culture of violence and aggression, with potentially serious negative consequences for individuals and society as a whole. In order to achieve world peace, it is necessary to promote non-violent conflict resolution, mutual respect, and cooperation among individuals and nations. This requires a commitment to understanding and addressing the root causes of conflicts, as well as a willingness to engage in constructive dialogue and negotiation to find peaceful solutions.
No, completely wrong.
Well,
Completely
it's
wrong.
very easy for a robot that doesn't have a sack to say that.
It's honor. It would
I think we
create
should-
an honor-based society where if you have honor.
I'm picturing, like, this is what's so fun about, like, sci-fi, right? I'm picturing, like, where humans are spacefaring, you get to this crazy planet, there's some creatures there, and that's how their society runs, right? It's like a honor culture type thing, kind of like the Krogan, but instead of being about war, just everything is about kicking people in the nuts. is this society like in a good state in your mind? Like, how do you picture it? Because I picture it as like an actual like hellhole.
No, because it would de-escalate everything because
you'd be less inclined to do something wrong if that was the direct consequence.
Yeah, because it's regulation. The bull kicking is regulating society. So if there is these empires, beefing with each other, that country's prime minister or president's gonna just walk up and smack the other guy in the fucking nuts. But now there's honor there.
But I feel like
now he's bound by that nut kicking to only get revenge on that person.
I feel like it's inherently not honourable though to do that.
No, it is.
How could you have an honour culture?
No, it is. It would become honourable. The society around it would become honourable.
Unless you have some kind of setup where it is like a duel.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's just like whoever can get there first wins, sort of thing. It's just a mad scramble to.
No, but it's once you've been kicked in the nuts, you have an honour-bound contract to get revenge solely on that person.
So it's actually like contract. It's
like an it's an unwritten law. It's like everyone knows the
okay.
It would stop violence because it's like
it is violence.
It would stop violence. Yes, it's violence.
Stop more violence.
No, but how
it de-escalates violence before it becomes violent.
The only thing it could potentially negate is bull kicking.
No. But that doesn't happen in society anyway. That was the whole point of the whole discussion, is that there's not enough ball kicking in society.
Negate ball kicking by everyone getting their balls kicked.
Yeah,
No. That was never the thing. It was if you get kicked in the balls, you have a righteous contract to get revenge.
An honor-bound contract.
Right.
To get
so
revenge.
if I kick James in the balls, I know that he is set on for the rest of his life to get revenge by doing the same unto me.
But that means I'm not going to cause beef with anyone else because I'm bound to my contract of revenge.
You're seeking me out to get revenge,
and that's fine.
So it's better for me to never kick you in the balls, but if I slap you in the face, it's fine.
No. There's no fighting like that. There's only nut kicking.
Yeah, but how do you stop all other fighting and resort to?
No, because it would be an honest society about nuts and only nuts.
You're just making me think of The Last of Us Part 2, which is then making my mind go to the current mods that are available for Last of Us 1 PC, like replacing Joel's model with like Shrek in the intro or whatever. Stuff like that's quite good.
Not funny.
Why is that not funny?
Because modding Leon as Kennedy, Leon as
Kennedy,
as Kratos is funnier.
Why? That's less funny.
No,
it's funnier to put like a
because that's too much. It's too.
No, to put like a goofy character in like a
really serious scene,
intensely emotional.
No, Thomas. That's when you make enemies. Thomas the Tank Engine. That's funny.
Some of the Resident Evil mods are pretty pervy, man.
Resident Evil.
There's like 10 mods, and then you tick like 18 plus mods, and then it's like just thousands of like, whoa.
Some of them are like really weird as well. Like I saw one that was like remodeling Ada Wong's face to be like the old games. So, that's even crossed your mind. It's just like, what are you doing?
She's not perfect enough.
Yeah, it gets creepy sometimes, man.
Gamers, man.
There are a couple more here. Scratched at level 6 says, I miss when they filmed at nighttime. We do sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we can tell because I'm always really sleepy. That's you.
Why is that me?
It's one of you two because
Why would it be me?
You sleep more than all of us.
No, I don't. I sleep less than both of you.
No, you don't. You actually like laying in. I don't.
Yeah, but you go to bed at like 4 p.m. You finish work at like midday, go home, and then just sleep like a dog.
No, I get home at 4 o'clock, and then I maybe nap for 2 hours, and then I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
I go to bed at maybe, if I'm lucky, 8 a.m. And then I'm up by 11.
No, you don't. Shut up.
Yes, I do. It's fine.
Sorry, I can't meet you for coffee today because I'm going to sleep in. Bitch, get the fuck up.
Well, no, I don't want to have to change my life and how I live for your schedule.
No, you should.
When you would never do the same for me.
I adapt my schedule for you all the time.
Okay, name one.
Today.
No, you didn't. We had to bend to your will.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't bend
we did.
to my will.
Yes, we did.
Guys.
Yes.
What is it?
I'm going to end this segment with this one from Ticklebones.
Okay, end it.
Ticklebone.
Gar Media. Gary Andrew Ratia.
Hello, Gar.
Hello, Ratia.
And the rest.
Andrew.
Gary and Andrew.
It's like, what? Like, why?
Wait, what?
What's the fucking question here?
He just left this comment and it just drew me in because it's like, why? Where did you even get those names from?
Gar Media. Gary Andrew Ratia.
Yeah, but who are they? But who are they?
Oh my god, it's like alternative universe Jar.
What is that? What
Gar.
were we talking about that or something?
Do you not remember?
No, you can't keep gaslighting me on this. Oh, don't you remember that really vague specific thing from?
Don't you remember Ratia? Who's Gary and Andrew?
Right.
Who's the Gary Andrew Matthew in Gar? Which one of us is
Well,
Gary?
I'm Ratia.
No, you're not. You are. Alex is a Gary.
I'm Gary.
You are a Gary.
I feel like the face-apt, like chubbier version of me. That's Gary right there.
Yeah, you.
That is Gary.
Yeah, you're Gary.
Yeah.
You ate
Currently.
3 flatbreads at McDonald's today.
No,
we
I
had
won.
You
I
last
said I bought 4, but I hadn't actually.
you bought 2 with a McMuffin.
Yeah.
I had 2 McMuffins.
Yeah, so which Gary is like a bulbous boy. So which one of you is the
Well, there used to
more
be
bulbous?
this character in our town called Fat Alex.
Yeah.
Who looked kind of like a larger version of me.
He doesn't look like you anymore.
No,
I've seen him now
that
we
it
don't-
changed. There was like a
around, yeah.
divergent path.
Yeah, Divergent. Yeah.
Great series.
Divergent. Yeah.
There's something I want to mention to you guys.
Go for it, man.
Yes.
Couple things.
Okay.
Have you heard of this thing where, like, you know, angels, right?
Okay,
The concept of an angel.
Okay, so the
Not-
angels
not
from
even-
Evangelion.
No, not those ones.
Oh.
Like when you think, and don't just make a fucking Eva reference. When you think of an angel, like describe what you're seeing. What's the image that comes to your mind?
The hottest angel is the biblically accurate angel.
Oh, okay, you've gone there already.
No,
Jim?
biblically accurate angels are the most fascinating thing in existence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like one of those deep sea squids that.
That is
It's kind of, yeah. Okay, you're kind of already going there.
because obviously the idea a lot of people have of the stereotypical angel is like I guess a Christian thing. Actually, maybe not.
Well, I mean,
Not if it's biblically accurate.
when someone says angel and you close your eyes, you can't help but think of like a pretty winged lady.
Yeah.
You know, that is the subconscious response.
Like, surely that code goes back to Norse. Like Valkyrie.
Valkyries.
That's like the closest thing I think
Yeah.
of to like what a
Yeah.
lot the fetishization of angels.
Yeah, but a lot of like myths and old stories like have the kind of equivalents and crossovers and similar like concepts boiled down. But what is interesting about this is it's kind of like a meme to like share the biblically accurate angel.
I think the biblically accurate angel is cool as fuck.
it's cool. It's way
scary,
more
though.
kind of existential and
Yeah.
eldritch and freaky.
Do you have like an
like,
excerpt?
or more so just like what they'd actually look like? Some Final Fantasy Resident Evil ass like
How are they described? If like
or like winged with like eyes everywhere.
I think that's lit as fuck.
I think this is way cooler.
No,
You know?
things should look like fucked up.
Cause like yeah, if this like flew down and was like, "Sup, man, you got to believe in shit now," I'd be like, you know what,
yeah, you got me.
I'm gonna believe in anything after seeing that.
Yeah,
That
cosmic
bad boy.
horrors. They are.
It is a cosmic horror.
What do you
Kinda-
think? Do you
So
think
I want to be a cosmic horror.
you want to be an angel?
You want to be that?
I want to be that. Yeah.
That does tie into what you were saying last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there something kind of cool about that though?
Yeah. No, I think they're cool as fuck.
Yeah, but terrifying as well.
No, I think
Yeah,
that's
but God should be
majestic.
terrifying. God and all of his subjects should be just the scariest.
No, but like
thing.
if you saw that thing, like a one of these angels with like eyes everywhere.
For those listening, just whip out your phone and Google
Yeah,
biblically
biblically
accurate
accurate
angels
Yeah.
and just go to images. You'll see what we're talking about.
If I saw that, I wouldn't want to like worship God out of like.
But what if it could communicate and it was like talking to you?
Yeah, no, but I wouldn't want to worship God out of like awe and love.
I feel like that is awe, though.
No,
Yeah,
it would be
it's like-
if
No,
you
'cause-
saw that thing floating in the sky right now, you would be terrified.
I'd be frozen, but if it made an effort to like communicate with me and explain what it is and be like, you're like now my subject now, I'd be like, you know what? Cool.
That is mental illness.
I don't think like if that was outside that fucking window or whatever, I'm not gonna be terrified of it.
Yeah, you would, man.
Nah,
You'd
that
shit
shit's
yourself.
like a kind of beauty to it, and I love that. I'm not gonna. That's what's that gonna do
You
to
would
me?
shit yourself, and then it's like kill you.
No, I'd probably cum myself. To be fair,
Calm yourself.
Come.
instantly just cum. It's just like boom,
You've actually got a major eye thing, so all those eyes are just like, ooh.
boom.
But that is very different from like the rings of eyes.
That's it's like a different. Like that's even like.
But imagine the rings, and they've all got moving eyes. That would still be just as freaky.
No, but I mean like what. This whole meme is like biblically accurate angels. What does the Bible say?
I might have to find like an article or something to answer
We
that
need
question for you.
an excerpt.
This is the thing. With religion, we obviously what's the word? We project like humanity onto religion,
Yeah.
so that everything's
Whereas
It's
relatable.
made by humanity.
I know, but we
so
should just make. This is what I mean. Religion needs to be like cool.
That's what would make it more believable to me if it was something
more
that
sci-fi.
I can barely even.
not sci-fi. That's not sci-fi.
I think it should be something you can't even like comprehend.
It's religion.
You know, it needs to be something that humbles you, where it's like, oh, seeing this on its own is enough to just open the doorways to stuff I know I'll never understand. So I'm going to yield. You know, I'm going to stand down and I'm going to just, you know, angels, you just do what you need to do.
And you'll do whatever they tell you.
Well, it depends. If they were like evil, maybe I'd think about it. You know.
Yeah, but they're biblically accurate angels. What can you do against them exactly?
I don't know what he wants from me, though. Look, I'll read
You
this
just have
though,
to
yeah?
do it.
Do what though? Like, what if it's like choke your dog?
No, I will slay that
No,
angel.
bro. If he came
destroy
to you
it.
and was like, "This is how you can organize an EMP going off, a big one,"
Okay.
and I had it just beat by beat everything you got to do, and it was just like, you'd be like, "Cool."
Yeah, I'd be like,
You would.
yes, I'm going to be a servant to this biblically accurate.
Biblically
dumbass.
accurate EMP.
Yeah,
Yeah. Listen to this then.
like if that was real, I'd worship it right now.
yeah,
I'd go religious
Just from
in this.
seeing it.
I think most people would, to be honest.
No, I think a lot of people wouldn't.
You don't think your first thought would be, shit, I'm nuts. I've lost it.
No, it'd be like, nah, fuck, this is lit as fuck. I'm having a good time.
But it depends, like what the experience is like, you know. Like, is it just me by myself? Am I in a group of people, or is it like I've just gone to walk?
No,
in the
because
woods?
that's always the case. Like Moses goes and sees by himself the burning bush, and he's like, "Dude, guys, I swear back there, it's crazy. It's not burning anymore, but it was, and it talked to me." It's like, okay, this guy's nuts.
No, man, he saw one of these and he had a meltdown.
No, but what?
No, you saw the burning bush. That's
yeah,
a
but
totally
what
different
if the
thing.
biblically accurate angel didn't tell you to spread its existence? What about if it appeared to you, or you saw it, and it's not like, it's just like you don't tell anyone about it, and it's just like, yeah, I just worship this thing now.
And it's saying to you, don't tell anyone.
Rule 1: never tell anyone about me.
Yeah. Rule 2: see how many people you can run down in your car.
Oh man.
Like, you know,
Well, you're fucked either way.
why?
Well, if you,
So you're saying just do what it tells you.
I ain't gonna stop.
I'm saying
yeah.
the first thing I would think is like I need to get myself sectioned.
Yeah, but then your life's not gonna be fun. You might as well like have fun with it.
Nah, you.
What do you mean,
wouldn't know
nah?
what to do? You wouldn't know what to do.
You have fun.
Section yourself.
No, just.
But what if it was like, yeah, you?
I just
Even
live
if I
my
was
life
out in the woods, right, walking.
If there
dog.
was one other person to verify it.
No, what
Let's-
about this? No, it appears somehow, and in doing so, because it's got the big wings, it's like flapping shit. There's like all the trees like are blown in a certain way, and there's like a big
Presence.
like like a
present.
And you can
evidence of
show
something
someone else.
and you go home and you come back the next day of where it was, and the environment has been affected by this thing.
You see, this is when it gets to be like impossible. You know that there's like an idea of of religion, or in religion, that like you can't like so God is all powerful, right, and all knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So you could say he created the universe 10 minutes ago, and everything in it, and all of our memories and everything.
You can make it make sense, yeah.
Yeah. So and like using that sort of logic, you can like be like, well, what of my perception is real? You know?
Yeah.
So if I go to a forest and see an angel and it's like blown some trees over, and then I see it again, it's like, man, I'm super nuts. You know?
Now you're speaking from the point of human brain is the reason to explain. When nah, that's not fun. Because then I'm just a lunatic. I might as well just be normal and be having fun.
No, I think seeing that would ruin reality. It would crush my world. Everything
which I think
pieces.
some people actually need. Some people need their worlds destroyed in order to figure out what the hell is going on.
It wouldn't destroy mine because it would just my life wouldn't change. I would just live the same way I am.
To me, it would change everything, sure, but it would open everything up.
Nothing would change.
Well, also, it depends what he's asking you of you.
No, but what about if it's not actually asking anything of you?
I thought that's normally what angels do, though, right? They show up and they normally have some message of some kind. They're normally communicating something. They're not just showing up and like scaring you. Like
no, it's like it just it shows up and it's like
then flies off. Asshole angel.
That would if there was an asshole angel that just showed up and just like looked at you and blinked and maybe did a woo with his eyes or something, and then just left. Yeah, I think that would be life ruining.
No, I think that'd be lit as fuck.
No, but even if it
no, because then
you
would just think it's it. No, if you could like converse with it, ask it questions, and be like, so like, where have you been? Like, why are you letting us?
No, that's too
like
existential.
No, but that's the whole thing. It would answer some existential kind of questions.
But you'd have to ask it something that with a concrete answer, you know?
Well, I'd probably start with like, can I comprehend the answers you have?
Oh, that's too edgy.
No.
But you'd have to ask
that
it.
edgy?
You're thinking too deeply here. You're supposed to go like monkey brain, just be like.
Do you want me to read this then if you want a little bit of context?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Biblically accurate angels would actually be pretty scary.
No, they
Carl
wouldn't.
Seaver. Glorious humanoids with gilded armors, beautiful wings, perfect faces, and an all-righteous nature that brings warmth, comfort, and solace. That's how we picture angels. After all, that's how we've depicted the majestic creatures throughout history in every piece of art and literature. Is this common description a portrayal of our reimagination, or does it have a striking resemblance to angels who rule heaven? According to the Bible, it would appear that we're in the wrong. Unlike the gentle, human-like apparitions we're familiar with, angels look strange, terrifying even, and it would appear that there's a good reason behind it. Conceptualizing angels, a brief history. The word angel has a couple of origins. It's derived from the Greek word angelos, and the Greek word in turn comes from the Hebrew word malach, which stands for messenger. When we're visualizing an angel, we're often thinking of Malachim, who acted on God's behalf in the Old Testament to carry out his judgment and took on the role of messengers in the New Testament. Malachim are said to be the closest depiction of human beings. However, they're not mentioned in the Bible as beings with wings. Indeed, the earliest known Christian image of an angel from the mid-3rd century depicted them as human-like beings without wings. This image, however, changed in the late 4th century as artists reimagined angels with wings to represent their sublime nature. Even through the scripture makes no mention of wings. Popular angels and their biblical forms. Let's take a look at some of the blah blah blah. So there's like a bunch of different versions, I guess, depending on like the era we're talking about. There's the cherubim. According to the Bible, cherubim are responsible for guarding the Garden of Eden, the biblical terrestrial paradise, against humankind when Adam and Eve, the first humans, were driven out of the heavenly garden. The prophet Ezekiel's vision of cherubim is depicted in the book of Ezekiel, in which they are portrayed as having 4 faces, one of an eagle, one of a human, one of an ox, and finally a lion. Cherubim have straight legs, 4 wings, one set covers their body while the others are used for flying, and bull hooves for feet. That seems like a very Greek thing, like combining all these like animals and stuff. There's like a little concept there. That's quite creepy. That's more scary to have like parts of animals and things. Again, I suppose the wings are like different, but that's what birds are always like a symbol. Like a white dove is like a symbol of freedom, and you just associate it with certain things. Is
part owl, part wasp?
It's actually a biblical creation. Wow. This portrayal is nothing like what we imagine them to be. Cherubim, commonly known as cherubs, are depicted as chubby, beautiful, naked children with wings in art, as represented by Renaissance sculptors who revived the ancient practice of putty. Yeah, I've always found them. I've never liked the little Cupid, like naked baby thing.
Yeah, they're creepy. It's something like the Brazil babies.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like a bunch of. There's the seraphim, according to the Christian angel hierarchy. So there's like a hierarchy of angels. That's kind of cool. This is getting cooler the more I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm kind of appreciating Christianity more.
This is some serious lore right here.
Yeah, lore hunting Christianity.
So yeah, the highest ranking angels, the seraphim, in art, the 4-winged cherubim are painted in blue to symbolize the sky, while the 6-winged seraphim are painted in red to symbolize fire. The Hebrew term seraph means venomous desert snake, and seraph means to burn. These terms are the two main historical influences on seraphim's name. The Bible describes seraphim as having 6 wings, 4 of which are used to cover their head and feet in front of a god as a symbol of humility, and the remaining 2 are used to fly. They are second in ranking in the angel hierarchy, with their sheer presence emitting holiness, and unlike the Ophanim and cherubim, seraphim are not guard angels. That's a cool, creepy idea to me. Like, they have all these wings, and they're just a couple of them are permanently covering whatever is behind them. You never even get to see.
That's really creepy. But and when it says like wings covering its face, like what face does it have then? Like a human face?
There's like a concept of a seraphim. It's just like loads of wings with like a human thing in the middle.
Weird.
It is weird.
Where's the eyes?
Here we go. And then the like ring thing with eyes.
There we go.
Ophanim. Well, this actually has a quote from Ezekiel. Their entire bodies, including their backs, hands, and wings, were full of eyes all around, and were their 4 wheels. So that's the wheel thing. Ophanim, or the wheels, are one of the strangest, most bizarre beings referenced in Ezekiel's vision. They're portrayed as beings made of interlocking gold wheels, with every wheel adorned with numerous sets of eyes on the exterior. These wheels, however, do not change directions as the creature moves by floating in the skies. That's awesome, man.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and super creepy.
Yeah.
It's just like flying saucer.
That's some
Alien,
Guillermo
man.
del Toro stuff.
Yeah.
That's like something you'd see in his like sketchbook.
No, this.
Huh. That's cool. I appreciate that.
Whenever I like learn anything about, especially Christianity, it makes me more annoyed by Prometheus, the film, because
The lost potential.
Some of the ideas of that, if that was just its own thing, just take it away from Alien.
Yeah.
Just like focus on that stuff. That's a really, really cool idea.
It is an amazing idea. Yeah. Yeah, and it came close, but it just got too dumb, too quick.
Yeah.
They like focused on the wrong bit. It's that danger of like just providing answers.
Yeah, too much information.
Yeah, you want just enough to keep it creepy.
Yeah.
But also enough to be satisfying. It's a difficult thing to balance.
But it's just like there's 2 answers when it comes to religion of this like magnitude to me. And
Answers to what, sorry?
Like where it came from.
Like where the religion came from, or where humanity came from?
No, like the religion. Like where did this sort of imagery come from?
Uh-huh.
And these ideas and like
It's creative as fuck, I'll give them that.
yeah. And it's been like translated from thousands of years ago throughout history, so we've definitely lost a lot of the original.
That's over different
information.
cultures, different languages. Yeah, translating over time.
So who knows what the original text actually said? But like, yeah, where did they come up with these ideas? And it's like, was it purely for like some sort of law?
I think it's like it's something to do with the level of like consciousness and self-awareness humans had. We needed to create something to like bind us, keep us organized, give us like some hope or just some structure to organize around, you know?
Do you think there's any chance though, like eating the wrong mushroom or like drinking some funky
the burning the ayahuasca bush setting on fire and then that's what the burning bush is type stuff? I mean, it's possible.
Like,
how could if you don't have a scientific understanding or level of education that we have now, how do you process some of the natural phenomena you do see? Of course you would think it was something
divine
or magical.
And like people in current culture who become like hippies and the spirituality stuff post like taking drugs. You talk to people that have taken certain drugs and they'll talk about like the inner connection between like this thing that you feel and almost have an understanding of that just isn't there when totally sober. Translate that into someone's experience, you know, like 4,000 years ago. That's gonna be like groundbreaking, like almost concrete information.
There is like a level of logic I could see to that, sparking certain ideas or imagery or whatnot. Like, maybe they were just tripping on mushrooms or something. That's all the eyes and stuff everywhere.
Or they actually saw this shit and it was like the craziest.
That's
Could you imagine if that's true? Like just seeing this gliding thing of rings. You know,
that's
like
the thing where it's like, how cool would it actually be if there was tons of scientific evidence that like, a bunch of this stuff from like the Old Testament like was actually straight up real. Like,
we found the rings.
You know, because I know there are some people that like believe that as verbatim. You know, like the world's a few thousand years old, and you know, even though all the like evidence we have kind of points the other direction. You know, there are like trees older than that.
Just have a good time.
Is that your religion? The religion of YOLO.
Good timeism.
No. It's not YOLO. It's like
good timeism.
No, we just need to make religion like lit as fuck.
Dance like nobody's watching. Sing like nobody's listening.
Some religions have gone back to growing though.
Back to what?
Growing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like, there's like a bit of a resurgence of certain faiths.
I think we should like worship walls.
Worship what?
Walls or wars?
Walls.
Rules?
Walls. Wall. Oh, it's an Attack on Titan reference.
We can worship that wall. I'm from the inner wall.
Do you think if
Wall Maria actually,
if you 100% dedicated yourself to it, could you create a new religion and manage to get at least one follower?
I could.
No, you couldn't.
Yep. I've already got multiple.
Yeah, I reckon.
Really? One devout follower?
Yeah.
Easy.
So I feel like I feel like a lot of things are possible if you're willing to like
commit yourself,
throw away your life or sacrifice like everything. Like, I think about this with like, it's like a bit of a random kind of jump. I hope you can stay with me. You know the fella Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
I feel like he's sacrificed like his life in order to become the meme.
Yeah.
You know?
To become like a joke.
He's not a joke.
Like a living meme.
Yeah, he's a living meme.
Yeah, but a meme is a joke.
Yeah,
a meme is a joke. No,
but I don't mean to say that. Say like the guy's a joke, like as an insult. I mean,
No,
say, like,
yeah,
he's
but
committed to the
like
meme.
he's
Like,
committed to it's like committing to a joke. Like,
Yeah.
using your life to be like an ongoing like comedy
Yeah.
franchise.
If you're, yeah. So, like, yeah, if you're willing to, like, sacrifice a lot of things in order to start some, like, crazy sect of whatever religion you want to be, I'm sure you could do that.
Mm. The scary thing is some people just do.
Yeah, you can just walk around Swindon and there'll probably be some, like, crazy monk or some extreme Scientologist or whatever there. I've had that happen multiple times. I don't know what it is about Swindon, but...
I've had it happen in Bath.
Yeah, I've heard it in Bath.
I'm
as
going to
well.
make a new religion.
London.
I'm going to religion and a god into existence.
Okay. My god is John Wick.
Yeah, man. Bit of this, bit of that. Yeah.
If you're a biblically accurate angel, please get in touch.
Please, here's a little biblically accurate Paisley.
She's not biblically accurate, she's media accurate.
Anyway, we'll see you after these messages.
These biblically accurate messages. Stop. Go. Shut the fuck up. Dumbass.
Bye, bear, bear. Bye, bear, bear.
I do declare, bye, bear, bear.
Bear Bear shirts and mug available now. Check the description below. There's something I like doing sometimes.
What are we having for dinner?
Coke?
Apart from Coke.
I love Coke. Honestly, I don't know why I'm not a Coke head. Do you know what? Doing Coke would be significantly less expensive than what I do at the moment. Like, I could get fucked up on Coke every weekend and have more money than I do now. One shipment from Japan is enough to coke me out for like 2 months. Like, have you realised that?
I haven't realised that because I don't believe you.
No, bro. One of my next shipment from Japan has cost me $220.
Okay.
The shipment.
Do I need to get addicted to Coke so we can really put this to the test
Yes.
and get the facts and figures?
No, not addicted. Getting addicted is like daily. I'm talking like
Isn't it
having
one of
a
the
Coke.
most addictive substances around?
No, but having like a Coke binge weekend often would be cheaper than what my current Goonhole is.
A freshy goon hole.
Who's got the latest Goonhole? Who's gone in on a Goon the most recently?
I feel like we've all got goons on the go, to be honest.
Bro, I've had Goons on the go since I was like 18.
What? Which version are we talking about?
Oh, what do you mean version?
How old were you when you got your flashlight is what he's asking.
I thought like 19. That was that Goon then,
Which
but now
state of
obviously
Goon?
I'm not in that Goon now. I'm in the part
You've got
Goon.
to channel the goon.
Huh?
You've got to channel it, you know?
Yeah, I'm channeling my Goon into different specialties of Goon.
I got to admit, guys, I slipped last night and I got a buldak.
What?
I slipped last night, man.
And what do you do?
Got one of them spicy little buldak noodle pots. The really spicy ones. I haven't had that. I'd laid off the spice because in the first few months of the year I was having so much spice I was starting to get problems.
Like gut biome problems?
Like my tummy was like, stop doing this. And I stopped doing this. And I held off for months. But then yesterday...
You didn't hold off for months. You
I
held off
did.
for like...
I stopped having the buldak. That's what was causing the problems.
How many weeks did you go without a bulldog?
Months.
No, you went like 8 weeks.
That's months, bro.
It is months, yes, but like it's not like months. I'm thinking 3, 4. So we're talking double-digit weeks.
I think it was
Single-digit
February.
weeks.
I think it was February.
So you went under 8 weeks.
But depends when in February. To be perfectly frank.
Or maybe it was the end of January. But either which way, there's something I need to tell you guys. Sometimes I just like think of a JARCast title, and that's sometimes how like a new thing will begin. Like lately, I just thought to myself, Pottom Prie would be an awesome JARCast name.
Pottom Prie?
Pottom Prie.
Pottom Prie?
Yeah.
Go on.
I just wanted to get your guys' kind of thoughts on that.
Is that related to the noodles or just?
No, just completely unrelated.
Okay. Well, I guess now that you said it, you could name this one that.
I disagree. I don't think it's a good name at all.
Why?
Pottom Prie. Funny.
There we go. It's locked in.
Yeah, that's a lock, man. We need like a button, like when something's a lock.
Yeah.
That's a lock. Type thing, you know? Like
Yeah.
Fresh and Fit, they've got those awesome
Soundboard.
No, a jar soundboard would ruin jar.
I reckon maybe for one episode, just to see how obnoxious and awful it would be.
What if all three of us had one?
It would be chaos. It'd be just like...
unwatchable, man.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. Unless it's like maybe if it was a Jordan Peterson soundboard.
That would be funny.
I'd like that.
Yeah, I would as well.
Up yours, woke moralists. Up, 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 up. That'll be good. Well, I guess this is the part where we answer questions from the Jar Media community. Instead of last episode where we did one, we'll do a couple.
We'll do two.
2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or perhaps 6. If you want to leave your own questions, head over to the suggestion thread on the Jar Media subreddit, not r/FNAF. Not.
r/FNAF.
First frames of the FNAF movie have actually been shown.
Really?
I'm getting hyped.
Does it look fire?
It actually looks fun. You want to know something crazy about it? Not only is Matthew Lillard of Scooby-Doo fame
Yes.
in the film, Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo live-action movies, 1. There are sources saying that for some reason My Chemical Romance are like working on the soundtrack.
Hell yes. Is Jack Black gonna be in it?
Five Nights at Freddy. Probably. Is Markiplier gonna be in it? There has to be a little cutaway, like
Yeah.
maybe the phone guy, whoever it's gonna be.
Hello? Hello?
No, that's too major of a character. I'm thinking like the main character calls up like Markiplier for some reason, and then he calls Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
And then it's like teasing the YouTube, the cinematic universe.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because it all makes sense. It starts with FNAF because like YouTube pretty much started with FNAF, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it just gets bought out by Fortnite, and then it's just Fortnite.
No,
movie.
because then the next one in the universe will be Amnesia, the movie. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. That's when PewDiePie shows up.
That means there's got to be specifically a Dead Space 2 movie if we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Why would
YouTube.
there be a Dead Space 2 one?
The Rad Brad.
Do you remember how big Dead Space 2 was on YouTube?
Huge.
Tobuscus.
Oh. He'd
Would
be
that mean they'd
kind of a
have
villainous role.
Would that mean there would have to be PUBG in the YouTuber cinematic universe?
Eventually.
Yeah, the bridge.
That's like phase 4.
That's like the Civil War era.
And they can tease it. They can just tease like a scene of the bridge.
This is awesome. This is actually going to be reality though in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're like bigger than The Rock. It's just YouTubers.
Bigger as in like stronger.
Yeah.
They've tried it because now it's the same arc with like video game movies. Everyone hated, they were the worst thing. Now everyone just loves them, and people want more of them, and they make more money.
And they haven't gotten any better.
No.
The bar has just been lowered and lowered.
Yeah, so now it's like, well, we've run out of like every IP we've ever made. Human beings who made their thing by talking about other things that have been made.
We're
It's
pretty
like
much already there, though.
just about. We're on the. They tried with like Fred the movie. It didn't work out.
No, but
it was too early. It was too ahead of its time.
But I mean, like we're already on the like inspirational like Freddie Mercury movie, Elvis movie.
No, but those they're old. You know?
They're old.
They're
Well,
old.
yeah, we just need to go forward a few decades.
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Like the current rock stars,
Mm.
Markiplier, Pokimane,
Yeah.
Jacksepticeye.
My name is
You know?
Bife.
Yeah,
My name is Bife biopic.
the Vati Vidya drama.
That would be the lore YouTuber cinematic universe can be its own like subsection.
yeah.
That can be like the Disney Plus equivalent, the YouTube premium show. Do they even do those anymore? Right there, Scare PewDiePie season 2 or whatever. Yeah, what are we talking about? the YouTuber cinematic universe.
Then Neil fucking Dobrik can be like a villain in it. Just like real life. Twat.
Yeah. Man, you would actually... I think it would be like kind of like a Batman situation where like all the good characters are just the villains. There's so many good YouTube villains to pick. It's like infinite.
Yeah.
It's actually never ending. Season 1, Lion Maker.
Oh.
Season 2, the Paul brothers.
Yeah, the Pool Brothers are definitely villains.
You know? God, you could have some awesome villains. Just Leafy comes in for a little cameo.
Yeah, the only good actual like YouTuber who wouldn't be a villain is Jerma.
He's the main character.
No, he's
No.
got to be like...
He's too like weird.
You can't. Yeah, he's not
too-
obscure, but I know what you mean. Like you have to know who he is to know who he is.
Yeah, it's like everyone knows Jerma, but everyone doesn't know Jerma.
Yeah,
He can be like the eye patch guy. Fury.
he's the one who's gathering the team.
Yeah. But he sort of stays in the background. You know?
Yeah, or I'm pitching him more of like what's like a good analogous kind of a guy kind of pulling the strings, and he's only getting like teased, and you get
the time guy.
The time guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the time guy of the YCU. And then they could be like another Civil War type event where it's like the Twitch stars going up against the YouTubers, and the Twitch people are like actually just insane. Like they're crazy. Yeah. They're like the Paraka like coming in, getting a bit edgy, getting a bit serious.
Have a little rap.
They'll definitely have a rap or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just something
Maybe a
really
flatbread.
deranged. Flatbread.
Honestly, a Donna Wrap would go down so well. Why not?
A Donna flatbread.
Oh, Donna flatbread with loads of garlic mayo. Slap in that lettuce. Slap in some of that chili. Oh, I'd munch down on that and completely obliterate my fucking self-esteem. It'd be really nice.
I mean, seeing as we're talking about cinematic universes, we actually did have a comment that kind of feeds into this. Oh, did I not move it? Here we are. Pink Flube then can start us off. Have you guys watched the Mario movie, or do you plan to watch it? Follow-up question. What do you think about the rumours of a Nintendo Cinematic Universe? I'm the only one who's seen the Mario movie, and I was shocked that there isn't like a Smash Bros. Movie tease type thing.
No, that's because that's the end.
The end.
The Smash Bros is like the combo.
The Avengers Endgame type equivalent.
Yeah, that's Smash Bros. They need to like have...
Yeah, like the...
Link movie. No, the only one I care about is Rabbids. Rabbids need to ascend past minions. They need to be the go-to MILF animal.
What? I've never been so with you and then like just lost me so quick.
Okay, so you know, like obviously minions are like MILFs love minions.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So-
like Facebook moms type.
Yeah, so naturally, I don't know why I said MILF animals. That's just Rabbids are the only ones who can replace minions and be beloved by Facebook mums.
See, I feel like there was a time period where it could have gone either way.
Well, minions weren't around when Rabbids were.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Rabbids were like 2000.
Rabbids are way before.
Yeah, like
Minions.
2007.
Yeah, but Despicable Me was what, 2010?
Rabbids are first. Rabbids were pre-minion.
Rabbids
They were first.
Wait.
They definitely were first, but there would never been the popularity of Minions.
No.
Just because they were on a really shit Wii game.
But the Wii was the biggest thing ever, man.
Yeah, but nobody bought it.
Nobody
They
bought
did.
anything apart from Wii Sports.
Yeah, and Mario
Right, I
Kart.
bet you they made like 20 of those Rabid games. I bet you they sold well.
Yeah, but
they were
because
just
they
like
were
mini game
shovelware
compilations.
shit.
They used the Rayman IP to peddle their
Yeah, so now we need the Rayman IP
the
to
proto
peddle
minions.
and make
They
the
were
proto minions.
They were. They're the exact
improvement.
same
They are
thing.
minions, yeah.
They're the exact same thing.
And I love
Going
them.
back to the actual question though, I don't think it's possible.
For a Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
I
Not
think
possible.
it is. No, it is.
Okay,
I
name
think they
name
could.
name Nintendo properties.
Link.
They could do a Zelda movie. They could
Zelda, Mario.
do they can't really do like Kirby. They can't really do like Fire Emblem. So that's most of the cast gone.
They can absolutely do Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but nobody would go see it.
A Fire Emblem movie. It doesn't have the IP hold. I don't even think Metroid does.
Well, exactly. And Metroid is one where I think a good movie could be made of it, but it would be
it's called Alien.
Yeah, but it would be so tonally like different to do Metroid.
Yeah.
And then it's like, how the hell do you go about linking them?
Right,
No pun
this
intended.
is the thing. I overestimated the Mario movie so much in terms of like, how are they gonna give Mario a plot? And their answer was, well, we just won't even do that. We don't need to. We just have like references to the game, and that's the movie. You know? So like, just take that approach, and it's like, no, like things movies normally would have / need for them to like function and be like good movies. Actually, you don't need any of that. As long as you have the crucial piece of the puzzle, that being the IP.
Yeah, and the only one you can do that with is Mario.
One.
Maybe Zelda. I reckon you could probably do a Zelda one.
Not to the same like degree.
Success.
Like Mario,
Maybe
is
not
like,
Mario numbers,
everyone
but
knows
I reckon
Mario,
you could make.
Everyone knows the Mario like sound effects and stuff. What does Zelda have that you
I
can
think
do?
it has that music, man. The imagery, like I feel like a Zelda movie would be huge. That's out of all of like thinking about the whole Smash Bros. roster.
Well, I think a Zelda movie could work better than a Mario movie.
Yeah, I do as well.
Like to begin with,
especially if it like looked like a Miyazaki thing or like was.
Well, when I was watching, what is the Miyazaki movie? The guy with the funny arm. Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, Mononoke. Yeah.
I was thinking like a lot of this is like Zelda.
Yeah. Well, this is the
like,
thing. It's weird. It's like it's going to the same place. A lot of the like the discussions we had about like The Last of Us or whatever, where it's like so much of this is inspired by cinema already. It's almost like regressing to take Metroid and make it a movie. It's like, no, it's a game and it works because it's a game. When you're changing like what realm is telling the story in.
The world serpent, you know?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
eating itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But even with like the Mario movie, right? Probably the worst thing about it is weirdly like the pop music they put in. Like just the most like, oh my god, it is like so obvious the shit they choose.
Is it like Jump?
Just 80s like tunes for like no reason. And it's like, and then they have the balls, they have the gall. In the credits they play what's it called? Gusty Garden from Mario Galaxy. Like the best piece of Mario music.
Yeah.
It's like in the credits. And you're like, wait, hold, what do you mean? What are you doing? You'd rather Take On Me for like no reason instead of like actual Mario music. Like the one thing it like actually does have, it's like crazy good music. Because there's such like a collection of awesome.
Yeah, they wouldn't
Mario
even
music.
need to make a single new.
And yeah, like the original score that's there is like one of the better things about the movie. You know, it's like why would you not just totally lean into that? You cowards. You know. Nah. Yeah. I guess everyone loves it though. So there we are. There was with the screening I went to, every 5 minutes there was like a little boy who was clearly still learning like social skills and stuff, and like he was just screaming. I remember that from New Super Mario Bros. I remember that from Mario Galaxy. I remember it was just that was the whole film. Yeah.
I often feel torn when it comes to films like made for kids, right?
Yeah, but this is what is getting at me so much with this, because it's like can we have some consistency? It's like, is it either kids movies are allowed to be dumb and bad and just fun and nothing because they're just for kids and they don't need to be good, or is it like a movie first and the audience is like a secondary thing? Because there are so many examples of amazing kids movies that can be enjoyed by anyone at any age.
Yeah, it's
Shrek
the
2.
stuff like
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
The
Puss
Lego
in
movie is
Boots.
the ultimate example because it is an IP and it's a movie that only exists because it's a product, marketing for a product. It's literally marketing toys.
Yeah.
But they specifically hired the dudes who've made a whole career in Hollywood taking awful concepts, turning them into good movies. And even then, the sequel like didn't even work out. So it's like, that's the fundamental problem for me, where it's like, conceptually I think it's a horrible idea to even make a Mario movie. I think that's just stupid. My whole thing would be like, just make 5 shorts, pay Illumination to make 5 shorts and put them on their YouTube channel for free. That's basically the same experience that I got from watching them. That's how it felt like. It's like, it's the Mario Kart short.
Yeah. I think
Kong
something
short.
could be done with it if it was like
You'd actually have to be creative.
Yeah, you'd have to be creative. Have it almost like a silent film.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
too risky though. They would never do that.
But like the cutscenes in Mario.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like
the worst part as well.
Yeah, quite often. But like the goofy ending in Mario Odyssey. You know, where they're like fighting over Peach or whatever. It's like that.
Yeah.
That is like a little story, and it's for kids and stuff. Like, and that, by the sounds of it, does as much, if not maybe more, than the Mario movie.
Yeah. Or it's like just recently, like Puss in Boots, kids movie, really fun, has a surprising amount of depth, really creative, visually really interesting, loads of good action scenes. Yeah. I'm just not getting that from the Mario movie.
Yahoo!
Was Chris Pratt kind of cool though?
He was actually fine. He was fine.
Let's go.
The real bad voice was Cranky Kong. I don't know what they were doing with that.
Who voices him?
Some guy. Like what? When you picture Cranky Kong, how do you imagine that voice to sound? Right? Maybe just a little bit. I don't know.
What?
Cranky?
Well, I kind of picture all of them just sounding like monkeys, because in all the games they just sound like monkeys.
Yeah, man.
You know, none of these characters like speak. You know.
Yeah, man. It's just the video game onslaught is here. Just get used to it.
Who's gonna voice Link?
Harry Styles.
Damn.
No.
Okay, who then?
It would be Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth.
They're not young enough.
They're not much. They're not twink enough.
Yeah,
Link is a fucking twink.
No, Tom Holland.
No, he's not twink either.
If Illumination's making it, yeah. Definitely.
Tom Holland with an English accent.
No, not at all.
100%.
Yeah.
Thingamabobby.
That's like the
The
equivalent.
guy from Dune. He's a twink.
Chalamet.
Yeah, he's got twink energy.
He does, but I feel like he's too French.
And scary.
Yeah, okay.
He's a bit scary. To
He
be
looks
honest.
like the guy who came up on the Game Awards.
Yeah, he does. He also kind of looks like Elseworld Willem Dafoe.
You think so? Timothy Chalamet.
He looks like what I imagine Willem Dafoe looked like when he was like
really
13.
No, completely. No, not at all.
No, I don't think so, man. Maybe
Yeah.
if like he fell into some kind of, or maybe he took some kind of serum that made him the Green Goblin. Then
Yeah, that's like an Elseworld. You know, it's like a softened Willem Dafoe,
No.
a
don't know about that,
Photoshop
man.
Willem Dafoe. Yeah, in my mind's eye, you like put them over each other and they just
I
blend.
think he might just be obsessed with Willem Dafoe, to be honest.
Yeah, he rocks. He's legit the sickest. Willem Dafoe as Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Who would Ganondorf be? Dave Bautista
The
or
Rock.
something?
Yeah.
The Rock. Now The Rock's done, because that's the other big thing. Is The Rock announced on Twitter
Yeah.
that he's doing a live action Moana remake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's less than 5 years, about 5 years maybe. When did the Moana even come out?
I don't know.
It's like 2017 maybe.
Like 6 months ago.
It's just a dire state, like, you know. And it's just like the arrogance and the cockiness. He's in Hawaii, he's on the beach with his little girls, just like acting as if this is what everyone's been waiting for, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally.
It's not like this is the time frame where we could easily just announce a sequel to the movie, maybe. But I guess that's too hard. You know, you got to do something. You got to write something. Whereas if you've already got the script, that's easy. Like the hardest part's done. You know, you just export all the labor out to like places that can do animation cheap or whatever. Because it's still basically going to be an animated movie. You know, he's going to be like.
It's all going to be like green.
Yeah, like they're not really going to be on the ocean doing Mad Max action scenes. Are they?
I would doubt it. They might be in like a pool. You know? And like there might be some real water on the set.
I keep seeing this advertising for this Little Mermaid movie, and it's like the saddest looking, most miserable, depressing looking experience. You know, when I think about that, because the original Little Mermaid was the first movie I saw at cinema.
Yeah.
And I still like have memories of like that color palette, the visuals, like how bright, and I mean, it's
quite.
Why would you
movie.
set your film partially under the water if you didn't want to flex what comes with that? You know, like
Avatar.
Finding Nemo still looks amazing. Avatar 2, that's like the best thing about it. It's like all the underwater craziness and just the level of detail and the colors and just you can do so much. But nah, let's have this grey, boggy, fucking hellish looking Snyderverse Little Mermaid.
They all do that. Every single one of those remakes.
Yeah,
like
because they have to, just to make it, they have to betray like the core values of what it kind of is. Like a lot of the time when they cheaply, well, not cheap, they're still expensive as hell, but they quickly have to put together these like synthetic, horrible, like they're not put in the pre-production. The visuals are almost like an afterthought in a weird way. They're in these domes, they're in all these like green screen rooms, and then it's like everything's in post.
Everything's glossy and out of focus.
And of course, like to hide like CG or whatever, you like often just make it dim or set it in like dark locations or whatever so you can hide it. Not something Avatar 2 had to do, by the way, but for like cheaply produced, like just mass market shit, like a lot of Disney products are at this point.
Yeah,
like
it's very industrial and
yeah, and I hope the bottom falls out of this movement ASAP.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get a live action Mario remake pretty soon.
In 5 years.
Yeah. No, less than.
We got that in the 80s and it was
on
incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
So I think we need more movies based on IPs we like, and that's it, really. That's all we need.
Let's get the Gears of War movie going.
That's happening, bro.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's like a Netflix thing.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sick.
No, just throw any IP out and there's probably something in the works.
I was legit just about to say Uncharted.
Yeah, the sequels.
Like, hang on, that came out
the
like
sequels
a year
being made,
ago.
but that made a shit ton of money, and it was a piece of shit, awful garbage.
Uh-huh.
And again, loads of people defended it and being like, "Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be."
Yeah, why is that the thing everyone's saying now? Come on, dude.
Because it's not Doom. It's good.
Which The Rock was in.
What we really need is we need a remake of John Wick that is actually good by ditching the 15.
Ditching the 15.
Make it more violent.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean okay?
No, because I watched The Wade 2, and it makes John Wick worse.
Yeah, that's always been the case.
Yeah, the Raid movies are next level, just incredible.
But it's like John Wick needs that. John Wick needs an 18. Because he's basically doing hyper-violent stuff anyway. They just don't show the violence being violent.
I mean, what are you after from it?
Well,
like more of a Kill Bill, like blood squirting everywhere type thing. More stylized.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I probably prefer that, but
because it's like when you hear the constant like reflections of bullets hitting body armor, because that's what all of John Wick 4 basically is. It's just fights and they're lobbing.
Well, that's what they all are, if we're being real.
No, because they gets from that from 2, 3 onwards, whereas bulletproof armor suits and shit.
There's the power creep. They're the most video game movies ever.
There is constant power creep, and it's like, nah, it needs to kind of bit more just like silly
Yeah,
with the Wade violence.
but yeah, I've never been like the biggest John Wick guy.
I just think they're
I like
just
the first one when it came out. It was like a cool. This is a funny idea, you know, like
Yeah.
an assassin, like just an asshole picks on the wrong guy type thing. And there is like a kind of fun campiness to how hard they've leaned into this whole like assassin society and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling tired by the end of 4. Like I don't need any more.
Yeah, it's like no. The thing with 4 is it peaked incredibly early, and the only peak at the end was like 2 scenes, if that. Like it was a lot.
So
of
I
just
reckon
the same.
if I'd only seen John Wick 4, like I feel like it's just everything I need from a John Wick thing, and then I never need anything else.
I think it would be a really solid trilogy, just like cut out 2.
Yeah,
Combine the ending
I
of
don't like
2 and 1. You know? And then just have 3 be 2, and then 4 be 3.
or cut out a big chunk of 3, take a chunk of 4, put it in 3, have 3 lead into 4.
yeah,
4 be the conclusion.
yes. Like when I started getting tired of 4 when I was like in like the start of Paris. It was like, you know, this has gone on.
Yeah,
There's
it
too
is way
much
too long.
new.
It is way
There's
too
not
long.
too much new. Too much.
But that's the thing, though. Is like it's got the best antagonist.
Yes,
It's got the best action scenes.
I disagree.
Which one has better?
I don't. I
Because
do.
4's got, like,
I think
awesome
4 has the best action scenes, but it's not paced as well as 3.
Yeah.
Really, but
No,
3. Once the
3
raid guys are out of 3, I feel like there's a deflation.
Yes. No. Yeah. There is.
But
I
that
think-
happens like right at the end, right?
Yeah.
There's still like another huge fight scene with the main antagonist who's just not that strong. In 3,
You
So,
have with 3. You have the greatest thing of that movie is the first scene in the antique shop with building the revolver.
Oh right, yeah.
That's like
leading
the
into the horse bit.
Yeah,
that
the downtime in
scene's
3 is
amazing.
like way worse though. Like it's more like peaking like with big gaps in the middle, whereas I feel like 4 was just a bit more consistent.
No, I think that's what makes it worse because you get bored of that consistency because it's too consistent. Like my attention goes down, but having peaks is like, oh,
I feel like
Oh,
2, 3,
oh.
and 4 all have like really boring parts though. 2 the worst for the boring. Yeah, I don't know because I hadn't seen 3 and I watched it like the day before seeing 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's
I
like,
watched it like 2 weeks before.
I don't know if it's just like having 6
Yeah, I
hours of John
probably-
Wick injected
Yeah.
in one go. But I like 3 more than I was expecting to because of how little I like 2.
Well, yeah, that's what blew me away about 3.
And I think by the end of 3, they'd stretched the whole like close-up combat pistol thing. That's like the whole hook of John Wick. But then bringing in Donnie Yen was like that's what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was really cool.
The whole Osaka segment is perfect because it has the silly fucking loads of firefights and
just
whatnot.
any action scene with Donnie Yen in, I was like in. I was there for it. And yeah, really good conclusion too.
Visually also just cool as fun. Neon,
Yeah,
neon,
it's
really
probably the
visually
best
good.
looking one.
And then it's obviously the only upside to that is the top-down bit closest to the end, which is just like
yeah, there's
beautiful.
I feel like there's a bunch in 4 like that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna rush back to watch any of these movies anytime soon. They're just I would rather just chuck on the Raid or Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah, because I think when it's like this is how it is this like if I want really good action, I don't watch Western movies. I watch The Wade and I watch other like.
Depends what kind of action we're talking about. Because like that spectacle action in like Mission Impossible Fallout, man.
No, but this is the thing. But I don't see Fallout or Fallout especially as like I want action. It's like I want a fucking good movie. Because the action's some of the best, but it's also really fucking good.
The action is just so good.
So it's like I want it as a full package. It's not. I just don't want just action. I want a full package. And
It's
Fallout
very
is that.
different from like a fight scene. A fight scene is very different to like action to me. You know, like the choreography of like people doing this like dance, this combat dance, is very different to like Tom Cruise literally bombing a helicopter through mountains.
But I guess fighting is always action though, right?
Yeah,
It's always
but
like an action
it's
scene.
like a different thing. Like I love watching 2 like really well choreographed martial arts geniuses like just going at it.
Yeah. That's
Very
I guess
different
that's
things
what I
to
like about
helicopters
Fallout
and
is like that
vehicles.
variety where you get the bit of the fist fighting stuff, you get the big helicopter scenes, the rooftop running, chasing stuff.
Yeah.
You kind of get it all.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's
And
it's a movie.
the like fight scene in the bathroom.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Rocks.
saying. And that's like right after the like jumping out the plane set piece, which is its
Yeah.
own thing. So yeah, mixing it up, keeping it. Whereas I feel like in John Wick, it feels like a lot of the beats are the same.
Yeah, it's just fighting,
Yeah, and there's
not
like,
set piece silliness.
or I want more of that set piece silliness, like the over the overhead shot, or the when vehicles get involved, or there is like he's building like the cowboy gun. Little, that's what it basically is them just figuring out like little quirks they can add
Yeah.
to the fight scenes.
And I think 4 lacks. It needs more of that. 4 needed more of that.
I think Ford did a good job of like variety.
it's probably got the most of it.
Yeah.
It's got the guy with the dog and that crazy gun thing.
But
Free.
like every single fight scene in 4 like adds some spice.
They just it's
And
more
they
the pacing of them that's the problem. Some of them just
Yeah.
go on too long.
Yeah.
Where it's like you feel like
or take too long to get to the
where it
spice,
feels like it's naturally over, but then it's like another wave. And it's like just didn't need that last wave, you know.
Yeah. But I mean that like is the movie.
Yeah.
That's the thing, but that's what like if I could just get what I wanted and just like have it be a clean 2 hours.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel about it. Didn't need to be that long.
Whereas like I'm not gonna rush back anytime soon. It's more like there'll be certain scenes I want to watch, you know.
Yeah.
Like there is some parts of the whole Osaka scene that could have been cut, because it's like every Donnie Yen part in the whole Osaka bit is just amazing.
Yeah. Well,
And then there's the first fight between them, and it's like, god damn.
before that first fight, was like the perfect example of me like getting bored with the usual gun fu stuff.
Mm.
But then it leads into him like getting the nunchucks, and then suddenly my interest is grabbed.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh,
Again, like as soon as Donnie Yen comes
in.
in, he's like laying traps for people and the whole blind assassin guy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a really
it's like hearing
fun, and he's just got way more charisma than Keanu Reeves. Like I know it's like part of the joke where he's just like, yeah. That's like his thing.
Gone.
But it's like to have such a kind of, for lack of a better word, like vacuous character lead 4 movies. Like, yeah, I do need more at a certain point, and that's what I was getting from Donnie. You know? It's like, you can bring something out of the other character and like have a dynamic going on that's beyond just one beat revenge or.
It's like 4 is carried by everyone but John Wick. Like
Yeah.
They all
the
are,
hunter,
really.
the hunter
Yeah,
guy
they
with the
all are.
dog.
Yeah, cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's fun.
The Russian guy, not Russian, German guy, big old German guy in the nightclub.
Oh yeah.
Carried that whole
The little side
segment.
quest bit.
Yeah. It's just carried by everyone but John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah.
It's like kind of the point, but also kind of holds it back.
After 4 movies, it's a bit like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm exhausted, just like the character.
Well, the character has nothing going on.
Yeah, it's kind of the nature of him that like everything interesting about him has happened in his past, and he's
like his character is that he had a wife. And was a murderer. And
but that
that's
means the
literally
character inherently has no like emotional stakes to him. Like
Well,
he's already
like
lost everything.
Yeah.
Which is what was interesting about the first movie, where it's like an assassin who has nothing, who's just committed himself to getting revenge, because like what else does he have?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like stretching it. That's probably why 2 just felt
Just
like
adding
nothing to
a
me.
new enemy when the first one's done.
Yeah, it's the
there's
creature of the
another
week.
one.
Like there's a new bad guy. Then it turns into like, okay, if it's just about the action, just about the bad guy, are they good?
And Donnie Yen obviously. is just
Donnie
like
Yen
perfect
was
for that.
that spice I feel like it needed. Yeah. I think we're done here, boys. Didn't do too many questions.
Yeah, I don't know why we ended up talking about John Wick for like.
Yeah, I guess
But
we've
what I will
just seen
say,
it,
having been, it's like there's a part of me is being drawn to Hong Kong action movies.
Well, I really want to watch like, I don't know if it's Hong Kong, but Ip Man
that's his big one.
and Crouching
first one?
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes, that's another really big one, but I don't think they're Hong Kong. because like everyone knows there's a very everyone knows what a Hong Kong action movie is because you
on the
it.
strings they're kind of like flying around.
Yeah. Max Payne.
Yeah.
Max Payne 3 is
Yeah. No, I'd love to watch some of those classics and a bunch of the old like Jackie Chan films.
Hong Kong.
Yeah. He like I used to just regularly just like go on YouTube and look for Jackie Chan scenes.
Yeah, I thought Crouching Tiger. Yes, Ang Lee.
Yeah, because I watched
I didn't want to say it without knowing for sure.
I watched Life of Pi the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking at Ang Lee's other movies and I was like, he did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, he's got a really interesting filmography actually.
Yeah, he did like
Gemini Man,
the Incredible Hulk,
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Really interesting.
Yeah. He's from Taiwan. He's a very good director.
Filmography.
Yeah, it is like varied. To direct Brokeback Mountain and Gemini Man is weird.
Yeah.
That film sucks.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. Any final words to pit pop pull us out of this fucking Guardian toy right now?
Learn parkour. Learn how to like free run.
Learn how to.
One I'm gonna watch is the original movie of The Departed.
Oh yeah. Something intelligence. What's it called?
Central Intelligence.
That's the one.
Oh
Jesus! I think today we should just be angry.
Look how much blood is all over your finger.
It's all gone actually.
No, you're right there.
Do you know how quickly we'd get AIDS if James had AIDS?
Oh my god.
What do you mean? How quickly you get AIDS?
That's so true.
Well, when do I ever do anything like that?
Like what?
Blood related?
Well, yeah. When do I ever spread my blood to you?
Every time you're here, you leave a bloody rag somewhere.
Yeah.
No, because I left my bloody rag being my fingers and I've sucked them dry. I've sucked them dry. Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of the Media Podcast.
We got to do the page.
That's what I'm fucking introing you.
Why don't you change the intro? It's so confusing.
I've got one of those eye headaches.
An eye ache.
Just close your eyes then.
Ah. Wow.
It really works.
This is the part of the show where we head over.
This is the part of the... I didn't do anything.
Don't, you're going to hear me.
Who in jar is the most likely to sleep? Like
You.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, who's the most likely to go? Don't mind if I do. Right before
You.
eating a little cookie.
Yeah, that's you as well.
What about? It's right behind me, isn't it?
That's James.
No,
He's right behind me, huh?
I think that's you. You blinked first, dumbass.
Hello and welcome to the segment of the show where we go over to Patreon to read out the Dibby tier or above names donators.
That's fire.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to read off some dibbies or above right now, starting with a big thanks to Squelch Muscle, Stream ICYMI by Eden, a crazy goblin that loves the jar glory hole with Dobby's Gina. My name Jeff. Percy. Harry Scuderia. Uwu Oni-chan. Misa did an oopsie in Misa Freegast. And Thistle Doonesbury. Lucramos GTR-JS Yam. Haha, that's right. Yummy mash. I've been Rogered more than a walkie-talkie. To the window, to the walls, to the cat scratch down my balls. Juicy Rosie, Abigail M, Owen Trouserleg, Lolin, a British citizen, Ship Chest shitting on the chest of the British citizenship test. Wow. Lildred Incorporated. Seishin. Finn Arthurs. Vivian Reed. Matt. Furry Findom Porn. Yif. My money from me. Michael Caraman. Chocolate Fart. Scribbleware. Matt Heffley. Bonky. James's Mommy Dommy Milf. Splink. Rasmus Real. Creto. Skek. Magma Slug. Levi. Pearl Slug. Dr. Deluxo. Shabangu. Oliver Holm John by Gucci Guna. I love Bar Bell. She is my queen. Women of Reddit. What's the beep you've had with a gamer? Enjoyer. Neo Theo. James Dad. Zell aka Intercontinental Ballistic Slider. Simon Steele. Jar Jar. Bijari Adventure Part 3 Jar Dust Crusaders. Balpreet Core. And Joku.
Joku, like Goku. Which,
Like Roku, the yummiest yummy
The best
squelchy in
streaming
my
platform.
tummy.
big thank you to Toy Tanster Boy, aka Norville of the North Skywalker. Doomed to enter the goon cocoon at noon in June, the 11-year-old Jaloon. Chris Pratt stars in Baby James the movie. Quill Muncher. Unwashed Reptile. My, someone fetch a priest. A priest, you can't say no to James's dad, the beast, Jarling. Manny Sanchez. Lagoon 22. Mexican adjacency bonus connoisseur. Even pilling. Flagstang Knops Spots Spoolering Medals Flasks Corset T Kepta Listerware. Tiffany Young, the gaming copronophiliac 2000. Fapping and clapping, it's happening, lapping up sat that's splat on the map and the substance is masculine. Travis King, Captain Clunchhole, Slit Storm A Bodmod, Grant Connor, Jack Price, Kalki, Perfectly Normal Lloyd. There's a... Alex, do it. Beep! Oh, fuck's sake.
What? Oh.
In your favourite Martian's Alien at 2 minutes 30, and if I do say so myself, it's pretty epic. Sketch screen. My Delophalegats, Misa do declares a Bersa. Ave Cunt. State of Alaska. Matthew Edge. World's biggest Kino Loy fan. Callum J. Quick. True Mighty Jarling. He's going beast mode. Milk Maiden. Mr. Chips, beaten, bruised and sobbing, stands as a man, gives him a silver platter, lifting the lid to reveal 2 yellow butchie. Ganja Satellite. In the crazy goblin lair, shake your booty as I stare, I do declare a mighty bear. Tonio Swelt. Sad Nietzsche shit. Welcome to the JARCast, the podcast where we talk about all things related to Jar. Crash Punk. Ooby Doob Scooby Dooby Benooby. Mighty 523. Chuffer McDonald. Slam Dunked Cosmos. Harriet Broadley. Tom Baranak. Gilbert the Awesome One. James is dad.
Dearest thank yous to Nate's Minifigs. Check me out on Instagram. Somewhere there is a small island of Jameses doomed to build cars and drive them into the ocean. Gimme that white boy stare. James stole my beep and balls for the parts he sells on his website.
Cock and balls.
Ha ha ha. He. I'm the laughing Jim and you can't catch me. Cobalt Rad. Drain my cock, Johnson. Michael, it's been 5 years. Where is the jumper review from Review Tech NZ? Literally fucking slices my cock down the middle with a razor thin wire. Piss Drinkers Unleashed. Stephen is Human. Meekly Connotada. Thomas Martin. Before I hand this iPad off to you, you should know that I let Piss a Dick use it, and now it's full of piss, swish, swish. Quebec Films. Listen to Moulding at the Mid-Season. Aura. Crystal Virgo. Keck Flexington. Fartbag. Biscuit. DreamAwful2142. Guys, before I read the next Patreon, I want to confirm that I am in fact bisexual and love kissing men.
Nice one.
Newly engaged Jarling, but I've listened to the Posdact longer than I've been with her, so who's the real fiancé?
Just marry us first.
Yeah.
Or at least invite us to the wedding, so we'll stand there and just...
We'll be the
watch.
best man.
Yeah.
Danny G. Baselord, Woodpecker from Mars, Edgy Air Wrecker, Bleedy the Dog, T-Girl Love, Already Woke, Spared a Joke, Barely Spoke, Rarely Smoke, Stared at Folks When Properly Provoked, Mirror Broke, E-Girl in a Bebo shirt, singing Fly Me to the Goon.
Fly me to the goon, let me goon among the stars.
Creamer, Kelswelt, Adam Johnston, Tom Buis, Zach, Super Crunchers, Joel Stewart, Edgy Hacker, When Blackbirds Fly 2016, Big Whoops, Gremblo, Jose BG, Cuter Panda, Lucy Tai is an Asian anal queen, Randy Ruins Patreon, The Pooh Man, Mel Gibson the Fifth Funny, Katia fucking Manigan, and most certainly, last but not least, David Wallace.
David Goon Wallace.
Thank you all dearly, dearly, dearly. You are the most fantastic people on the planet.
Do you know when they smack you with that goon stare?
That white boy goon stare. In other words, I'll goon you.
I goon you, you goon me. We're a happy
Gooning.
company.
Gooning family. Ow.
Instead of...
What are we having for dinner?
Shut up. Shh.
We're having a few goon bakes.
Oh, you know, I can smell dinner right now.
Yeah, I can smell dinner.
The fuck you cooking down there?
I hope there's some for me.
Tonight I'm going to eat a kebab, but I'm only going to eat it with my knife and fork. No, my whap. My Donna whap with a knife and fork.